Okay. Here we go. So go ahead and talk about it if you
Okay,
like.
so I'm just drawing the baby, but Jan, maybe you can go and talk about what's going on for Tamil.
Well,
Tamil.
you know what I'd like to do is, because it's, you've got this doctor who's kind of not being very nice to you, right?
Well, she's actually really, like, she
Nice.
seems like she really does care.
Yeah.
You know, she seems like she's trying to, like, do the best for me. But since she's a doctor and she has all these medical procedures that she can do instead of doing a natural way, she just thinks that would be the best, you know?
Right.
But it's
So,
not.
so what I was thinking, just to kind of for people that are watching, is just to talk about, like, the baby and her, just sort of right now, just like the positive stuff, right? To build up your
Right.
confidence.
So right now, Tamil is 39 and a half weeks pregnant with her second baby. And he's in a really good position for birth. In the last few days, he's moved from being on her right side to her left side. And he's moving and kicking and got great fetal heart tones, good variability. And last baby came a few days late, so we're not surprised that he's not here yet, that he's taken his time getting ready to come out.
So can you talk about what does that mean? What does good variability mean? And what was the other thing that you said that some people might not
He's
know?
moving around.
Yeah. Moving from the right side to the left side, so less chance of, possibly moving posterior or getting better head flexion and less chance of asynclitic. You could just maybe try to kind of think about somebody who maybe really doesn't understand any of those things that you're saying, those specific terms,
Right, okay. So what we like to see is a baby whose heart rate fluctuates when they move, and we like to see a 10 to 20 or 30 point range when they're awake or when they're asleep and when they're kicking and so forth. And a positive thing about her baby moving from one side to the other is that it shows us that it's not stuck in a certain position and going to come into the pelvis asynclitic, or that it's going to roll to the back and be in a posterior position where the back is against her back and making the head a bigger circumference to come through. So it's all very positive.
And one of the things with the variability, it's kind of like, when we get active, our heart rate goes up, which is an indication that we're in pretty good shape, and then it drops down once we stop the exercising. Well, it's the same with the baby in the womb as well, that it's really important that they respond to stimulus. When a baby doesn't respond to stimulus, and then you start asking a few more questions, or maybe you might want to get some other tests. But normally when you go to your doctor, you go to your midwife, it's good to always find out, what's the range, what's going on. So that's what we do as experienced midwives, is we find it's really important to educate our ladies and our couples so that they really know what's happening when they go into labor and give birth. That's the purpose of working with a midwife.
And sometimes we ask them to do a kick count throughout the day to make sure that there is enough movement. And they can count to 10 before they get to, halfway through the day, then they don't even need to count anymore.
Can you say that again? Sorry. So I can just have you on here.
I said sometimes we ask our moms to do a fetal kick count. Starting when they get up in the morning, start paying attention to how many times the baby kicks. And if they're up to 10 by noon, they can stop counting. Everything's doing just as we would like. So
I just want to get just a little bit of you kind of act like you're listening to them, because then I can
Act like
cut.
you care.
I can cut
I
this.
care so much.
I can get this. I can kind of put it in
Slice it here.
while there. So if you look at first look at Marilee.
Okay, oh, I see. You too, midwives. It actually extends out even further than that. The bit that I got,
right.
a little bit in there. Mhm.
Well,
And then you can look
not
at
if you
over at
squeeze
Jan.
it.
Maybe it's a placenta
Yeah,
up there.
if you squeeze it, that's a little bit of the edges.
And
right
maybe
here.
smile.
Yeah, maybe laugh. This is so fun.
So
What
great.
we'll do here is we'll do a red placenta, and then we got Christmas.
Oh gosh, is this permanent?
No, it's So there's your placenta. I don't know how to.
Demarcate it.
They feel
Like,
funny?
what did they do to you?
It's a tattoo. It's permanent.
You don't
on
like
the
it?
side, so we could do this. Like that. So showing the cord going into the placenta and then swirling like this.
Did you do a belly cast last time?
Mm-mm.
That's how we'd know if
There
you're
we go.
bigger.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the baby feels like it's close to 8 pounds.
Mhm.
But the baby's up here too. It hasn't.
Well, that's the thing.
Okay.
It hasn't, unless it's changed, it was not that engaged
Yeah.
before. So that gives a little more.
And I know Jan wants to do an internal on you too to kind of determine what's going on with your cervix today as well.
And whether,
hopefully it changed a little bit.
yeah.
Did you talk to her
But
about
it's
her
okay.
differences yet?
No, I'd like to though. Sure. Do you want to come